And he's like, Jean-Louis. Welcome. I see your pet has caused more problems. And he's looking right at you, Uzi.
I know. Looks up with puppy dog face.
That doesn't work. You can see his daughter, like, off, peeking through a door. All concerned. And no one gets that but you.
Wait, what was this?
The Lord's daughter is peeking through a door on the other side.
Oh,
looking at you, all concerned.
Yeah, I got that. All right. Mental note. How's she looking, by the way?
Oh, beautiful.
Awesome.
She's pampered to all hell, so. You know.
Okay. Continue.
So the Lord's like, your protege, if you want to call him that, is being accused of attacking the Griffins, which, as you know, is a dire crime in our town. Anyone want to say anything?
Are we allowed to say anything? Or are you talking to them?
Wait, we're all in there?
Yeah. You're all like lined up next
Oh.
on the side.
I didn't attack
I don't want to
any
speak out of
griffins.
turn.
I didn't attack any griffins. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And the guy in the black plate mail is like, "Is this not your hammer?"
Yeah, it's my hammer.
And he looks at the Lord and he's like, "Sire, this hammer is imbued with the power of Ramu. He hit the tree with such force, using this powerful hammer, shook it to its roots, causing a griffin egg to fall. That's what caused the griffins to be all riled up."
You said I attacked a griffin.
Can I?
Did not attack a
Are we
griffin.
like beside each other?
If you-
Can I whisper?
Yeah.
I risked I
Um,
risked my life just so I would not have to attack a griffin. I ran the entire time. I never lifted a finger towards a griffin.
Tensai
And
nudges
I almost
Krunk.
died just so I would
Tensai
not
nudges
hurt the
Krunk.
griffins.
Just like nudge, 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 nudge. Krunk, do
What?
you react? Tensai whispers in your ear, saying, "Like, let them know that it was the first time you ever swung that thing. It might help." I don't know.
Yeah, plus I didn't know. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even know that what the hammer did when I swung it, but anyways, even if you say I did it, these guys didn't have anything to do with it. It's my hammer.
The guy in the black armor is like, "Well, you gave them a chance to be absolved of their involvement. Unfortunately, Uzi is quite deceitful." And he starts like stumbling over his words. Deceitful.
Tensai looks at the floor.
When am I? Like I said, I don't know the appropriate way to get here. When can I speak?
Oh, it's open court right now.
Okay. Well,
It's different if the Lord says silence.
okay. Well, if I may, I actually have a little bit of a question here. If the Griffins are under protection of the city, which they are, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then why are there no guards stationed at the actual tree itself?
And they let out a sigh and they're like, "Armor makes sounds, and that would agitate the Griffins. Also, the Griffins are always hungry. We can never bring enough rations to sate their hunger."
So you're starving the griffins to death, but accusing me of attacking them.
Okay.
They laugh and
Why
say,
aren't you feeding those griffins?
No, okay.
"The Griffins
We
hunt
fed
for
the
themselves."
Then why is the path going up there not guarded to prevent regular people from going up there, since there's only one way up there other than
They
flying?
fend for themselves while they're hungry. I can't believe the way you're treating these griffins.
It just seems to me that if the griffins are the city's prized possession and they're under protection of the city, then the city would have done more to make sure that nothing happens to them. Even having guards preventing normal people from going up there who have no business going up there, correct?
And he lets out a sigh and says, the griffins are the symbol of the city. We're not going to bar the citizens from going up there. The children like playing with the baby griffins.
I'm not a citizen.
Okay, and what happens to an individual who aggravates or attacks the griffins?
Execution by
No.
beheading.
What?
Okay. So somebody can go up there and attack the griffins, and they've been able to make it back to the town successfully in the past.
He nods.
Okay. So what you're saying is that it's okay for normal citizens to go up there and see the griffins, but if a situation arises where something happens, then they're at fault, even though you allowed them to go up there in the first place. I mean, I think you and the guards are just as responsible for anything that would happen to the griffins as anyone who actually goes up there.
He's right. You should
Wow.
be protecting the griffins' nesting grounds.
So as he
should be
say
on
that, John Louis reaches over, grabs your shoulder, and he has this like severe look, like, "Are you putting blame to the Lord?"
No, of course not. I think with this case, I think the guards are lax in their duty, and they're not telling the Lord the entire story here. I think what's happening is that they're putting blame on random people instead of saying, we should have guarded those griffins better. And they easily can come here wielding magic hammers and claiming, oh, well, these guys damaged the tree and did this to the griffins. But where were they to actually witness these events transpire? How can he give testimony to what happened and witness to what happened when he wasn't even there? All he knows is what he was told by them. And apparently, from the way they're speaking, he's misunderstanding what they repeated to him and told him.
The guy in the black armor takes a deep breath, and he's starting to walk up to you now, and he says, they attacked the tree. They admitted they attacked the tree. May have not attacked a griffin directly. However, it killed a griffin egg, which is the same thing as killing a griffin.
I didn't kill a griffin egg.
Wait. Who's the primal of Earth? Like, who's the Earth primal?
Titan.
Titan. Okay. So has an earthquake ever struck Griffin Shore?
And they kind of look at you and say, not in a very long time.
But it has happened.
Yes.
So you run out and round up every servant of Titan and executed them because their god attacked those griffins. Just as we're
He starts laughing. He's like, attacked by Titan. Titan might be able to cause earthquakes, but he's not in charge of all of them.
Oh, so now you're doubting the power of a god. You're actually standing here denouncing a power of a god in open court. Man, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Give me a charisma roll.
Oh, God.
Ah, Jesus. That's not too bad. For what I -1, that's not too bad.
So he looks at you and he's now like gripping this hammer, and he's really pissed off, but he's not making any motions like he's going to attack you yet.
Yet.
Yeah, you're getting him pretty angry, pretty worked up.
All I'm trying to say is that you cannot hold somebody responsible for indirect actions that may cause something to happen to the griffins. They didn't go up there with the intent to harm the griffins, and they never would. They said themselves they ran for their lives away from the Griffins to prevent taking any action against them. Everyone in this room has seen us fight in the tournament. And everyone in this room knows that, while we might not be a match for 50 Griffins, my compatriots might not be a match for 50 Griffins, you can't tell me that they couldn't have actually defended themselves, at least killed a handful before going down themselves.
He shakes his head.
Yes, you won't find a scorch mark on a single griffin, I promise you. Go check them all. I didn't touch a single griffin. And who's to say that the hammer hit actually caused the egg to fall? It could have been a complete coincidence. Eggs have fallen before. Has an egg never fallen before? Am I the victim of cruel circumstance?
They look at you, and he turns back to Mega and says, "Your friends mentioned that he was angry. He struck the tree out of anger.
I wasn't angry. Who said I was angry?
Why else would you hit a tree, a 200-year-old tree, with
I
a
wanted to see
magical
what the
artifact?"
I didn't know it was a magical artifact. I wanted to see. I just found the hammer, and I wanted to see how it swung. I didn't even know.
Oh, and I'm sure this magical artifact just appeared to you out of thin air.
Out of thin air, no.
Tell me something, sir. Are
Tensai-
you?
Tensai says,
Look at it.
well.
Tell me something. Tell me something, sir. Are you a user of the arcane arts?
I'm a cleric of Ramu. See
No,
the
not
symbol?
Not you, Krug.
No, I'm talking to the guy.
Yeah, but I'm asking him. Are you a user of the arcane arts?
He shakes his head, no.
Do you know much about magic?
Enough to kill a mage.
Okay. So, do you know that for a fact that a magic user couldn't magically make a weapon appear in somebody's hand? Or a magical weapon couldn't just mysteriously appear?
Well.
Temporarily,
again in the corner.
maybe. But something this powerful.
Stop
This is the
it.
hammer of Ramu. It's not your
did
typical
not
magical
mysteriously
weapon.
appear. Read
Okay.
my lips. Did not.
So,
Listen. Listen. Did not appear.
At this point, the Lord yells out, "Silence!" What's going on here is your apprentice, and he points at Uzi, lied about what happened. Varric was very upcoming and very honest. For that, we'll let him go. But the other two...
Been honest the entire time. I told you I hit the hammer, the tree.
And he looks at
You
you
think if
with
I had malicious
disbelief,
intent, I
with
probably would have
complete disbelief that you would speak when the Lord said silence. And he just kind of shakes his head. Unfortunately for these other two, they will pay the punishment.
Your lord, may I have a private... I wish to approach you and speak to you privately, for the matters that I need to speak to you cannot be shared with the rest of the court.
Love potion time.
Oh, son of... I don't know how you're going to force that down the Lord's throat. The guards won't notice.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, he says, sure, and waves you up, and the guy with black armor goes up with you. He doesn't trust you. Speak.
The reason we can't reveal the reason we can't reveal where he got the hammer is by doing so we would actually have to reveal the very nature of divinity itself.
The guy in the black armor's like, what are you talking about?
Tell me something. Did you watch our last fight?
Of course. He
Bro, Move gave me the hammer, people.
You can't hear it. Or, yeah. it's quiet. They're talking like at the throne.
Yeah, if
But
you,
if you-
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. I thought y'all were here still.
No.
Sorry.
No, they're like 20 feet away from you at the throne, whispering.
our opponent didn't just simply vanish. Our opponent revealed himself to be a servant of Ramu. Ramu took his particular interest in what was going on in the arena and rewarded us for our actions thus far.
And he looks at you with disbelief, and he's the guy in the black armor is like, so what you're saying is Ramu gave you powerful artifacts, and your companion was stupid enough to test out on a tree filled with griffins.
He's not the brightest, as you can see. None of them really are. But there's something you got to understand. I'm very sorry for what happened to the griffins. They never had any intention to hurt the griffins. I know why they went up that tree. They were looking for a wizard. Apparently, they didn't find him. He probably used the hammer on the tree, hoping to open up the wizard's door.
The guy in the black armor is like, why are you guys always talking about a wizard? There is no wizard that lives up there. It's a tree.
And you know where every wizard in this world lives?
Not in a 200-year-old tree at the top of the hill.
And why not?
We would know. We've been here for ages.
If a wizard wanted to live in your tree and not know it, it'd be very simple.
And the Lord kind of shakes his head and says, so what you're saying is there was a mage at top of the hill.
He's there when he wants to be there.
He lets out a sigh. He's like, he looks at the guy in black armor and is like, he's telling the truth. But it's no mage. That's Ramu.
Well, obviously, but I
And
didn't want to try
the guy in black armor, like spiky black armor, is just looking at the Lord like, what? He's like big-eyed, like he doesn't believe anything that's going on.
I do apologize for not revealing that fact. I didn't want to try to overdo you with the amount of information.
The Lord looks at you and says, I know everything that happens in my town.
And if there's something we can do to make reparations for what he did, we will definitely do it. But please understand that the sentence that normally follows this type of crime is definitely not fitting, because they didn't actively go there to steal. They didn't actively go to harm those griffins, and they never would. If the situation did arise, they could have easily harmed those griffins to make their escape, but they chose to avoid harming them.
He kind of chuckles and he's like, so what do you suggest for reparations?
Well, I am a bit biased in this saying this, because I do need my cleric for our next arena battle, and any reparations he's going to make have to be before said arena battle, because our chances to win or lose, we don't know how that far that's going to go. I mean, really, you could say that the battle itself is a proof of our guilt or our innocence. If we survive the battle, then obviously Ramu takes favor with us enough to help us move forward, and that proves somewhat of an innocence. And if we die horribly, well,
He kind of thinks for a second. It's like, very well. I'll let your friends go, but don't expect your next couple of arena fights to be easy.
well, I just hope they're entertaining for you, my lord.
He chuckles. And then he kind of like shoos you away.
Yeah. Is the guy in black walking back, like, away from him with me?
Yeah.
So, too bad you didn't enter the arena, because then you could show me all those fancy mage killing moves of yours.
He looks at you and is like, fucking mages. As he walks over to the three inbounds, and the Lord says, negotiations are enough. I'll let you guys live for now.
So it is.
And they cut your bindings.
I'm gonna like rub my wrists and smile towards the doorway that she's in.
Can you give me a stealth roll?
What happened? They just cut our bindings out of the blue?
Yeah. Well, Mega went up there and talked with the Lord, and now they're cutting your bindings.
Oh, okay, I didn't know we could hear it. So it's just like I didn't hear anything, and then just all of a sudden people start cutting my bindings off.
So the Lord looks right at you, Uzi, and shakes his head. Not on your life.
Yeah. Tensei doesn't take too much heed and continues to just follow, get my weapons back and whatever.
Yeah, in the waiting room, they have a chest with your stuff in it.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So as you're walking down,
I after they let me out, it's like, well, do I get my hammer back?
as I was saying, as you are about to leave, going through the waiting room, the guy hands you back your hammer.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So this next couple of arena fights will be fun.
Arena
Shouldn't we
fights?
only-
They just tried
shouldn't
to
we only
kill
have
me. I'm
two
getting the
left?
hell out of here.
I thought we had this was our what's the semifinal, and then we have the final next week. Well,
The final is the day after your next fight,
Yep.
which is tomorrow.
so we got 2 more fights.
Yep.
Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. We have the next fight and then the final fight. I don't know how it's going to be any harder. We're supposed to fight some mysterious guy who creates fog and eats people alive.
What?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
there
about
we
that
go.
one. Yeah. We know
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, we watched it, and it wasn't pretty.
Well, you don't know if he eats them alive. I mean,
That's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
goes into the fog, and he's the only one that emerges.
And I don't have a wind spell, so...
Alright, I guess we go back to the inn then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can move over to the inn. So what
On
you
the
guys
way,
gonna do about healing your wounds?
Now I'm gonna talk to friggin' John. John does everything for me.
He's like extremely nervous right now. Like, oh my god.
Pretty sure I'm in the wall here, aren't I? There I am.
And so while you're all sitting down, he looks at you, Uzi. He's like, the gauntlet didn't work. What the hell's the Lord gonna throw at us now?
I
Why not?
gotta get out of here. They're trying to kill me, guys.
Why not?
Why
Why not just stick?
That's not gonna... Unfortunately, Krunk, your actions have locked us into the next fights. There is no backing out.
Why not just put
We no longer have that option.
the
Yeah,
do you
John
mean?
looks at you and says, "There's no leaving town now."
what?
What are you talking about?
The alternative was the Hesman block
The what? The alternative to what?
to what's going on now.
But why not? Why not put Krunk in the gauntlet?
What are you talking about? They just let me go.
They let you go so you can fight in the next fight.
What?
Would you prefer to have been executed?
I thought they let me go because I didn't attack the Griffins.
That's not the way they see it, unfortunately.
So John's like, you need to control your anger. Attacking the tree is the same thing as attacking the griffins to them. And then he kind of
They should put a
smiles and
sign
looks.
up or something.
No hit.
John looks at you and he's like, you didn't read the signs?
There weren't any signs. Jeez.
Says, yeah, there were at the edge of town. On the big building just before you get up to the trail.
I never saw any signs.
You weren't looking for them.
I was just walking
So
with my eyes
he
closed.
looks at Mega and he's like, if only you had more of a silver tongue.
Well, everyone has their downsides.
He chuckles. I've never seen the Magister so pissed off. Good job. And he just kind of like chuckles.
Well, I wasn't kidding. I kind of wish he was fighting because I wouldn't mind taking a piece of him myself.
Tensai speaks up and it's just, well, I've seen the Majesty pretty angry. Wow.
Magister. Not Majesty. That's okay.
John looks at you. He's like, yeah, that's because you were fooling around with the person he's trying to court.
Wait, what?
Oh, Lord.
What? Tensai says what?
And he just ignores that what and pours himself a drink and starts drinking heavily.
Tensai
What time of
starts
day
counting
is
on
it?
his fingers again.
It is, well, let's see. It was 6 o'clock when you ended your fight. It took 3 hours to go through the interrogations and everything.
So,
9 o'clock.
So guys, you went up
Right.
there. You went up there to get your stuff identified by the wizard in the tree.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just ask me?
Ask you what? To identify stuff?
Yes.
You never told me you knew. I don't know.
I'm a wizard. It's pretty standard practice.
No, I didn't know that. Why don't you say something?
No one asked. I assumed there was a reason you didn't want me identifying your stuff. Maybe there's still a little bit of mistrust between us, but now that I've saved your
Well,
lives,
if I didn't
think
trust you, why would I ask you to go?
keep an eye on me.
You could have said, no, I don't need to go. I can identify stuff.
Yeah,
In
I
any
can.
case-
Anyways, these guys are trying to freaking kill me here for hitting a tree with a hammer.
Win the tournament and you'll be fine.
What if I win? Then what happens? And then-
They
so
can't
that's the
touch us
deal
if we
of
win.
I win the tournament, I get to live, basically.
Well, no. You still get the prizes for winning as well, as we all do, but if you win, well, you live. If we lose, we're pretty much dead because we've already established the let's go ahead and kill our opponents after they surrender rule. And I'm looking at Tensai.
And John kind of looks at you guys and says, they'll probably be doubling the guards at the gate for the next couple of nights. And he keeps drinking. There's no escaping this.
Anyway, I can identify if you guys need me to identify.
Yes, please.
Uh,
And I'll hand my necklace.
And so, in the book, identifying something easy that everybody could do by just spending an hour meditating over an item. I don't like that.
yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
he told us we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a wizard can identify it.
Yeah, I have a set 1 second and 2 first level spells. Identifies first level, so I should have enough to identify both their stuff. I don't think I can burn. I don't know if you will allow me to use a second level spell slot if I need to identify 3. I don't. It doesn't say you can, but I can't see any harm in it because it would be
Basically
like
saving a day.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say that you can identify 2, but you need to. What is it? What is the price of one of those? Basically, it's going to require material.
Pearl. 100
Pearl powder.
PP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each
Well-
time.
So I need pearl powder.
Yeah, you basically crush up pearl.
Pearl. Okay. Well, I'll send out a runner to get me pearl powder.
Okay, so that's 100 gold pieces each.
Yeah, I'll subtract it from their winnings down the road.
Sure.
I'd
Yes.
give you 100 if that's what.
Oh, you actually have 100 gold?
I thought he was broke.
How did
You really do have 100 gold?
I think so. Hold on.
What happened?
actually,
What did you
no.
need 100 gold for?
Yeah.
The material components for identify.
100 gold
Let's
GP?
see. He has 780. Wow.
What the hell?
Oops, I shouldn't have said that.
You would spring 15 or 10 gold for a room, and you have 780. You're sitting on
He's
a
very
small...
frugal, okay?
I'm.
That's the reason why he has so much gold.
Yeah, Tensai like spins his ring in his finger again and says, "Well, Krunk,
On your finger, right?
yeah, like spinning it like around,
Okay.
on my finger." He says, "Well, like
Drunk what?
Krunk already knows what his thing does. So, do you mind if
I don't know what it does. What is it, a Griffin Slayer?
it causes sparks,
Lightning.
electricity, lightning? Yes. You know.
Yeah, it could do more stuff.
Well,
I'll
I
let you
have-
know in the morning. Get
I
a
have-
pearl, and I'll tell you in the morning.
All right.
All right. I'll pay for the pearl, but you identify mine now, and then go get the pearl for somebody else's.
Wait, what?
He wants me
If
to
you
identify
need a
his
pearl.
tonight.
If you need to get a pearl, I will pay for the pearl for another identify spell, but I would like mine identified now since I'm paying,
Okay.
and then go get the pearl for someone else's.
Okay, well that works because you pay for yourself and Tensai, and then I'll do you and Varric tonight. I'll identify you and Varric tonight, and then we'll get the ring in the morning
But
after I time the rest.
Okay, how
Uh,
much is a platinum again? That's what, 10?
10 gold.
10 gold. So 10 platinum is 100 gold.
Okay, so I hand him 10 plat.
So first thing in the morning, Tensai, bring me your ring and I'll identify for you.
He
But we'll
nods.
get the pearls all tonight. So 200 from Krunk and then 100 from Varric, and then we'll send out a runner to get the pearls.
Hey, John,
200, what?
when's the fight
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Because you're
I thought
paying
you
for
said
yourself.
you needed 100.
Yeah, 100 per pearl. You're getting yours identified, and you're getting another one identified.
Oh, I thought you were saying only one of the spells needed a pearl.
Every time you
No, each
time you cast it, it eats up the pearl.
Oh, I thought he was saying he would let you cast the third spell if you used a pearl. Oh, so every time you cast it, it uses a pearl.
I mean, I didn't mishear you, did I?
No.
Okay,
Heard
yeah.
correctly.
So I need 300 gold to identify 3 items. Right? Or is it cheaper?
Okay, so how much more do you need then? So you need 200
Right.
more. Okay, so I give you 20 plat then.
Okay.
Okay.
And I give you 100 gold.
Tensai looks over to John and asks when is the fight tomorrow?
He says at the pretty much the prime time, and he uses air quotes, and says 6 o'clock.
In the morning?
p.m.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he kind of like bats at you.
Is Miss Spear, she gonna be fighting with us again?
I need to talk to her
Okay.
because things have changed, unfortunately.
You gonna tell her that there's gonna be some unexpected circumstances in the arena?
Yeah, I'm gonna offer her an out.
All right. So yeah, I guess Tensai's just like whatever. Doesn't do much for the rest of the night except for fiddle with his ring.
I would like to apologize to you guys.
Sorry, did. What?
I couldn't. I'm a cleric of Bahamut. I couldn't lie to them. So, just throwing that out there. I'm sorry.
Who asked anybody to lie? I was telling the truth the whole time.
Well, I kind of skated over the truth a little bit. Like, things.
Why would you do that? Nobody did anything wrong. Those people are freaking nuts in this town.
Because you would have been you would have been beheaded. Your head would be on the floor. Beheaded.
Exactly.
Your head would be on the floor.
Exactly what I said. These people are crazy.
They have their reasons.
Like I said, a reason because I hit a tree. They want to cut my head off.
Why would you hit this? There was nobody. There was nothing there. I don't know why you were all talking about this magical wizard. He's not there.
He's there when he wants to be there.
But
exactly, he's there sometimes.
That's how wizards do. We're mysterious.
Yeah, what's under that mask?
My face?
What's under your face?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Where's my hammer?
Then he does
I'm gonna use your hammer to peel away my face. That will work.
He does a Mortal Kombat, just reaches down.
Speaking of my hammer,
Pulls
here
his head off.
I hand him my hammer and say, "Here, identify it." Please.
You know, if I had minor illusion, I would do that too.
That would be hilarious.
Unfortunately, I do not have minor illusion, so my loss.
Anyway, so I'll reach out to hand you my hammer and say, "So are you gonna identify it?"
Yeah, once the pearls come, I go ahead and identify it.
All right.
Okay. So his is Ramu's hammer. It's basically a enchanted hammer with thunderous smite as its ability. And thunderous smite is your weapon rings with thunder that's audible within 300 feet of you. The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet.
So you basically just
Wait a
got
minute. So every
thunderclapping
time I hit something with it, it does a thunderous smite?
Yeah, up to a certain amount per day.
Do I get to pick when it does it? Can I control it?
It says the first time you hit, so no, it just uses up the charges then. And it has 10 charges a day. So it's still very powerful.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And that's like 1d8
2d6.
still as a warhammer?
It's the same as
2d6.
your regular Warhammer plus an extra 2d6 per, or with charge.
Okay, so regular 1d8.
All right. And the necklace.
Yeah, and then I hand him the necklace as well.
And next. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Well, hey, it's time for break.
All right, we'll find out what the necklace and ring does when we come back. Thank you guys for watching. We will be taking a quick 5 to 10 minute break. And we will be back.